On Monday, the Armed Forces of Nigeria, through the Defense Headquarters, issued a press statement that marked a significant shift in its official position. The statement confirmed that investigations into 16 serving officers who were arrested months earlier had been concluded. According to the Defense Headquarters, the outcome of the probe has now been forwarded to appropriate superior authorities in line with existing military regulations. Crucially, the statement acknowledged that some of the officers were allegedly involved in plotting to overthrow the government. This is the first time the military has officially used language linking the arrests to allegations of a coup plot. The statement was signed by the Director of Defense Information, Major General Samaila. To understand why this admission matters, we need to go back to October 2025. At the time, reports emerged that multiple officers from the Army, Navy, and Air Force had been arrested in Abuja. The arrests immediately raised alarm because the officers were senior enough to trigger national security concerns. Detentions were handled quietly. Families were not given clear explanations. However, both the Defense Headquarters and the Presidency denied any coup-related motive. The official explanation was simple. The arrests were related to acts of indiscipline and breaches of service regulations. No mention of treason, no mention of an attempt to overthrow the government. That position remained unchanged for months. According to the latest statement, the military conducted what it described as a comprehensive investigation process. This process was said to follow established military procedures, internal disciplinary frameworks, and the Armed Forces Act. The investigation examined the conduct of all affected personnel and reviewed evidence surrounding the allegations. What the findings revealed, according to the military, was that some officers had allegations linking them to plans inconsistent with constitutional authority. These actions violated the ethics, values, and professional standards of the armed forces. In other words, what began as disciplinary issues escalated into allegations that went far beyond routine infractions. The Defense Headquarters stated clearly that officers found to have a case to answer will face trial. According to the statement, such officers will be formally arraigned. Trials will take place before appropriate military judicial panels. Proceedings will be conducted under the Armed Forces Act and other service regulations. The military stressed that these actions are internal disciplinary measures, not civilian criminal trials. It also emphasized that the armed forces remain resolute in maintaining professionalism, loyalty, and respect for constitutional authority. This framing is important because it positions the case as an internal military matter, even though the alleged offense involves the possible overthrow of a civilian government. Long before this official confirmation, Sahara reporters had reported that the arrests were linked to an alleged coup plot. In October 2025, Sahara reporters revealed that officers were arrested across multiple branches of the military. The detentions were linked to intelligence reports. The alleged plot targeted the administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. At the time, these reports were officially dismissed. However, months later, multiple senior security sources confirmed that the Defense Intelligence Agency, also known as the DIA, conducted an internal investigation. That investigation reportedly lasted over 2 months and involved interrogations, intelligence reviews, and security assessments. Eventually, the DIA submitted a detailed report to the president. According to officials, that submission marked the end of the investigative phase and opened the door for presidential directives. In January 2026, the story took another troubling turn. Sahara reporters reported that at least 5 detained officers fell ill while in custody. 2 reportedly collapsed due to worsening health conditions. Sources allege that the officers were transferred from an initial DIA detention facility. They were moved to an underground military cell in Abuja. The facility was described as dark and poorly ventilated. Families of the detained officers began speaking out. They raised concerns over inhumane treatment, prolonged incommunicado detention, denial of access to lawyers, denial of access to relatives. Some spouses said they were not informed when detainees were transferred between facilities and had been barred from visits since the arrests. These claims have not been independently verified, but they intensified public concern around the case. The case soon drew political attention. Reports emerged that military operatives raided a residence in Maitama, Abuja, belonging to former Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Timipre Silva. The raid was said to be connected to the ongoing investigation. While no formal charges were announced, the development signaled that the probe may have extended beyond the military itself. This added a political layer to a case already surrounded by secrecy. The Defense Headquarters' latest statement is significant for one key reason. It formally acknowledges for the first time that allegations of plotting to overthrow the government were part of the findings against some detained officers. This directly contradicts earlier official denials. It raises important questions. Why was the coup allegation initially denied? What changed between October 2025 and January 2026? Will the trials be transparent, and how will civil-military relations be affected going forward? For a country with a long history of military intervention in politics, these questions carry serious weight. What began as a quiet military disciplinary matter has evolved into one of the most sensitive national security cases in recent years. The Nigerian military now acknowledges that allegations of plotting to overthrow the government were part of its findings against some detained officers. Trials are expected, families are demanding answers, and the nation is watching closely. As this case unfolds, the balance between national security, transparency, and the rule of law will be tested. We will continue to follow the story. If you found this breakdown informative, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss future updates. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.